Hello, Ebusianfo. Adjoa TV Suni. Thank you so much for subscribing to Adjoa TV. It's all about the Ghana Premier League, the Women's Premier League, and then it's the finals for the Women's Premier League. The FA, we are match week 28. It's the derbies. We have the Ashanti, we have the Bono, Sogakope, Obia Ebonini. Today, I have a special guest, Coach Chris. When you say Coach Chris here, when it comes to foreign news, just himfa where Obama tactics no bibia. Coach Chris, Akwa Baba, Adjoa TV so.
Adjoa.
You are welcome.
That's what I said.
I am so happy to have you here.
It's always been a pleasure.
I know you've been busy, but you're taking time out of your busy schedule to be on Adjoa TV.
Sanity.
Coach Chris, about the Ghana Premier League, I know you've been following. So far, how do you see it? People say this season has been very competitive and different from the previous season, meaning we are doing something right. What would you have to say about it?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's been very competitive.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that until we played this league, we hadn't played proper competitive league in Ghana for close to 4 or 5 seasons.
Okay.
So we're all waiting and hoping that football will come back.
Yeah.
And the manner in which Ghanaians as a whole, we've actually embraced the coming back of football has contributed to the competitive nature of our league. And I'm not surprised at all that we are having a league that is so competitive, not only at the top, but also at the bottom.
Yeah.
It is very clear that if you win 1 or 2 games, you are out there. If you lose 1 or 2 games, you are down there. It tells you the manner in which our league is that competitive. And we expect that this competition will go all the way down to the wire.
Yeah.
So that at the end of the day, until the last day, that is what I hope and pray for.
Yeah.
Until the last day, we cannot sit back and say, can we have a league champion,
Yeah.
or we know those who have been relegated. I would want all of us to be kept on our nerves until it is done. So yes, it's been a very competitive league.
Match week 28. We have the derbies coming up. Which of the derbies excites you?
Of course, it has to be the Gamashi one, the one involving Accra Great Olympics and Hasselhoff. But I also have huge respect for the Ashanti Derby,
Yeah.
involving Commercial Asante Kotokole, and then Ashko. There's the is it the Bechim Derby or
Yes.
whatever? Is it Karela or Living Wonders? But to be honest with you, it has to do with the Gamashi Derby and the Ashanti Derby. But of course, you don't equate Kotoko Ashko to Accra Great Olympics Hasselhoff.
So tell me, tomorrow, the Gamashi Derby, who do you play, or let's say, who do you support?
Oh, to be honest with you, I'm a Hasselhoff supporter.
Okay.
Most people don't know that for a fact, but I support Accra Hasselhoff. But I don't support them hoping that whether they do the right or wrong things, I support blindly. If they really want me to affirm my support for them, they need to be doing very well. And as it stands, they are indeed doing very well because they are on top of the league.
And Hasselhoff has gone 6, when you include the FA Cup,
Yes.
6 games unbeaten.
Yes, and the beauty of it is that they've not even considered a goal.
Exactly.
And if you want to win a league title,
That's how
it is your defense that wins the league title. What that simply means is that they don't need more than a goal to win football games.
Yes.
All they need is just that goal, and that will be more than enough to propel them to go and win the league. So I think they've done marvelously well. The coming in of Samuel
Bueno, yeah.
has stabilized the ship.
Exactly.
You can clearly see on the surface of the water a ship that is moving smoothly to an end point. And I hope that in the Gamashi Derby, which is not going to be an easy derby, of course, especially looking at what happened in the first leg where Accra Great Olympics, again, against all the odds, because at the time, the form of Hasselhoff was very, very good. But Hass went into that derby believing that it was their bona fide right to beat the Olympics. A thing that some of us did caution them about. That yes, your form may be good, but the derbies are usually irrespective of form. So you have to be careful. They didn't listen. They felt it was their right. And whoever watched that game, Great Olympics simply manhandled and disciplined Accra Hasselhoff. Tomorrow's game most likely may follow the same path, in the sense that there's pressure on Hasselhoff.
Exactly.
They are at the top of the league.
Yeah.
They know the team right behind them also needs that league title badly. Hasselhoff cannot slip up because they know that if they were to slip up and Kotoko were to beat Ashton, Kotoko takes over from them as league leaders. That alone puts pressure on the Hasselhoff team. So with respect to that, I believe Accra Great Olympics, they've also been in some decent form.
Yeah.
They start the game as favourite, but Accra Great Olympics will be missing one of their most influential players, who is Ashikwe. Okay. You remember in the first leg, he scored that beautiful non-drop second goal for Great Olympics. So, but the fact that Coach Anna Walker will be going to the game without one of his influential players, a player who virtually carries everything they have offering in the attack. Some people may argue that with Gladson Awaku, they will be very okay. I disagree. Awaku, yes, is the orchestra, but you need to have that player that will be at the end of the mood, at the end of the move, which is usually guaranteed by his pace, by his intelligence, by his ambidexterity, which is obviously what Ashikwe brings to the party. So, in the absence of Ashikwe, I trust Anna Walker to have a plan B. But as to whether that plan B can work against the phobias is another thing to talk about altogether. We'll be there to see how it goes. Hasselhoff, on the other hand, they are booming in confidence.
Yes.
They believe that they have a solid defensive network. A defensive network that have not been breached in 6 games. And if you have that as the base of whatever you are building, then it is very clear that you stand a very good chance of getting a result. So if the Hasselhoff attacking players can utilize at least one chance of the lot that they may create, then Hasselhoff may fancy themselves. But my only worry with the Hasselhoff chemistry come tomorrow is the fact that they will be playing under pressure, and I don't think this Hasselhoff team is used to handling the pressure. It is not an experienced team. I don't remember the last time they sat on top of the league after 28 games. They find themselves there. 7 more games to go. Every game is a must-win game for them. Can they handle the pressure? We'll be at Accra Sports Stadium to see what happens.
So you can say this game can't be a decider, as people are saying that this is the derby that will decide who would take the trophy.
No. It is completely far from that. It depends on what Kotoko will do against Ashford.
Okay.
Kotoko cannot slip up. They also need to ensure that they win every football game they play. Because as it stands, they trail Hasselhoff by a point. If they were to lose tomorrow and Hasselhoff were to win, it makes it a 4-point cushion. And there's a game they have with Hasselhoff at Accra Sports Stadium. So, depending on how the results will go, I still don't believe it will decide who wins the league. Because if Kotoko were to lose and Hasselhoff were to open up a 4-point lead on them, we still have 6 more games to play. Hasselhoff have to play Kotoko, Hasselhoff have to play Midiana. These are very, very crucial games that could go either way. So if I am a Kotoko fan or if I'm a Kotoko person, I can only hope, trusting in the technical and tactical ability of Coach Marino Barrett. He's been complaining of late that the players have been disappointed. You don't want to put pressure on your players when the league is that close. You have to keep encouraging them, getting them to believe, and as a coach, take them back to the training ground and try to fix what the problems in the previous games were so that they'll be able to go and make amends. But look, it is so tight, isn't it? It's extremely very close to call.
Yeah. Coach Chris,
yes,
thank you very, very much.
It's always been a pleasure.
For coming to Adjoa TV. This is Adjoa TV.
Yes.
Tell people to subscribe.
Of course, you have to subscribe to Adjoa TV. On YouTube. She's a wonderful lady. And you know, Coach Chris, don't come that easy. So for Adjoa to have me on her TV, it speaks volumes of what Adjoa TV is all about. I strongly recommend that wherever you find yourself, subscribe to Adjoa TV and you'll never regret it. You have more of such. I'm not the only person. She's brought in quality people to boost the quality of her TV. This is just the beginning. There's more to come from Adjoa herself. God bless you.
Thank you very, very much. Please subscribe and share. Thank you so much.